All right. This is going to be interesting, I think. I hope you're into interesting. Just a couple more things to confirm here. Let's see. Let's see what we're seeing here. Yes, perfect. All right. Welcome in. Welcome in. This is a 3-in-1 live event. I wanted to go live. There's a few things I wanted to talk about, and there's a couple of videos I wanted to shoot, but I figured I'm going to try doing this as a live, and then I'll cut up the two music segments into separate videos and post those as videos. But I kind of wanted an interactive element to those two segments, which we're going to go over today at the beginning. So I'm aiming for those to be about half an hour a piece, and we'll kind of make little demarcation or cut points. And welcome in, Mike. And then in the second hour or the third segment, however long that takes, I want to talk about a fundraiser for Clash with Bao Nguyen. That's what I got up on the screen here right now. And so we'll talk about that later. Just what's going on with my buddy. So come on in, come on in. Just if you're tuning in after I say this, it kind of won't make any sense. But I'm not going to check the chats for the initial parts of my segments. I'm going to kind of make my presentation, and then we'll have a court of public opinion weigh in after the fact. And you can tell me whether I'm crazy or whether I should delete my channel, delete my account, or whatever. But I'm going to try to kind of purposely ignore the chats once we get this underway. And I'll acknowledge people as they come on in, but kind of keep your questions or comments maybe till right at the end. You can chat amongst yourselves, whoever's in here. But I think we'll get right into it. So there's not a lot of preliminaries I need to go through other than welcome. This could go on for a while, so we'll however long it takes. I'm not in any rush, and feel free to check out anytime you need to. But yeah, okay, so we'll start this video, and this is going to be part of a music playlist. And this kind of came on my radar just in the last 24 hours, where, as you know, if you've been watching this channel for any length of time, well, let's pull up his YouTube, just give him a shout out. I owe a lot to the starting of this channel to my mate Andy Edwards here, who's on his way to 100,000 subscribers. So I encourage you to subscribe to this channel here. Some of you may already be aware of Brother Andy, but I was watching a video of his the other day, yesterday I believe. I finally had a chance to watch it. I believe he uploaded it on Friday. But that was a busy day, so I didn't get to check it out. And I think, I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, and you'll see maybe by the end of this presentation here, I think Andy made a mistake, as hard as that is to believe. And as many of you know, he's an accomplished drummer, musician, music teacher, superstar YouTuber. I'm not being facetious. He's doing very well at this, or as well as a person in his position can be. I would think he's been at this for a few years and has a steadily growing following on YouTube, and he's got what's that other Patreon and some other socials. So yeah, like let's see what else he's got linked up on his channel here. So he's involved with the Jellyman's Heritage Arts Charity in Birmingham, England. So he's a proper Brummie. So you can reach him on PayPal, Patreon, Bandcamp. That's where he's got a lot of his music, and the usual others, podcasts, etc., etc. But anyways, I want to make this little reaction video in regards to this video, which, well, let's maybe go back to his thumbnail. Yeah. Who rocked the hardest? The 10 greatest rockin' bands ranked. So we'll click on this beauty right here. Pause it.
Incredible.
Looking for
Heaven and Hell's incredible. Track like Die Young is incredible. And they
give me a thumbs up or thumbs down. Welcome in North Carolina. We're in the middle of a music live video shoot here, so I'll be looking at comments right at the end. The presentation that's underway is, I guess I'm claiming Andy Edwards made a mistake, but you guys can maybe either confirm or refute what I have to say. But in any case, we'll start at this timestamp here. And the premise of Andy's video, as you can see, let's just make sure you can see me still. There I am in the corner. Yeah, okay. Not that you need to see me, but the 10 greatest rockin' bands ranked. And as you know, Andy Edwards is world-renowned for his ranking videos, superiometer videos. I mean, nobody does it better. He's the best in the business, if YouTube is a business, I guess. And so he posted this, the 10 rockinest rock band outfits out there. And so we've got the Rolling Stones in there, Aerosmith was in there, ZZ Top, The Who, Black Sabbath, as you point out, Mr. North Carolina, Led Zeppelin, who's on the screen right now, a couple others, Deep Purple is in there. And so in my mind, I'm thinking, well, obviously AC/DC is going to be the top rockinest band. Like, how could it not? And if you look at his thumbnail, he's got a lot of the bands I just named featured in the thumbnail. But anyways, we got to this point, and so just for context, he's going to be kind of finishing off his thoughts about Led Zeppelin and then getting into the top two. So Led Zeppelin in this video is the third rockinest rock band, greatest rockin' band, and we'll pick it up from here. So we'll watch until we don't need to watch anymore. So it's just a short segment.
I think I love Led Zeppelin so much. I'm starting to realise that I haven't been objective in my view of them. I think a proper overarching look at Zeppelin, really putting it under the microscope. I did think about doing this, Led Zeppelin track by track, go through the whole lot.
Good video.
It'll be a huge video, but it'd be worth just a couple of minutes on each track. I might do that as well. I think I'm going to do that with Zeppelin because I know every single track. But then I've got to bring in things like, the ones that were on the albums. It'll only be the album tracks, so I'll just keep it at that. I won't bring in it all. I don't know, there's a lot of extra, I don't know, I'm getting all confused now. I'm getting confused on the own video. Should we just carry on? Right, at number 2, right? And I don't know, I had this band at number 1, and I knew it would make this video contentious, but I actually think that when I say the band I've got at number 2, you're all going to go, yes. I think this is the greatest rock band of all time. or the second greatest? I think in terms of the nuclear physics of rock, this is the greatest band of all time. I don't know. I'm going to make them number one now. I'm going for it. Right, so I've changed them round now. So at number 2, I have AC/DC. AC/DC defying rock. And as you can see, I originally had them at number 1, but I'm going to play my hand cleverly here. I'm going to make a statement. I've spoken about AC/DC so often. AC/DC rock. They are a band like Sabbath that have formed. They're like, it's not just mates, there's brothers, you know, and they're like these brothers who know how to rock, brought together by one of the greatest frontmen of all time, Bon Scott. Now, when we look at the 70s stuff.
Okay, so we'll stop right there. So at this point, I'm thinking, wow, okay. AC/DC got bumped to number 2, and I immediately figured, well, I know Andy, he's a Motorhead fan, and Motorhead, you know, they rocked pretty hard in their day, and just iconic, and so I kind of wasn't sure where he was going, but he gives a nice little treatment of AC/DC here, but let's jump ahead to the next timestamp here. That's not it. Okay, that's as close as I'm going to get. And so here's his number 1. And so I figured, okay, I guessed wrong, but let's hear him unroll this or reveal his top spot here.
They do what AC/DC does. This is the greatest early 70s rock band, better than Zeppelin, better than Black Sabbath. But, you know, in terms of this, in terms of being a band, this is the greatest band that's there. This is the greatest rock band that's ever been, and it is, of course, free. That band is astonishing. Each member, right, because you've got to understand, each member is just so iconic, and they're so incredible. When they do their first album in 1968, Tons of Sobs, right?
So at this point,
and you listen to that, and you've got, is it I'm a Mover on there? And then the follow-up, I'll Be Creeping. You listen to those tracks, they're done. Their sound is there on those tracks. And what is their sound? It's stripped down rock. It's very simple riffs, but in a way that AC/DC do, which are just signature riffs. I'll get into that in a minute. I just want to get this point across about free. When you listen to Tons of Sobs, the job's done. This is 1968. There's no Led Zeppelin 1. There's no Deep Purple in rock. There's nothing. What is there? There's Hendrix and Cream. Right? And then there's Free. And what they bring together, there was never a band like it. And it's down to the members of that band. It is just the best there's ever been.
Okay, we'll stop there. I mean, we could watch right to the end, but I think you get the point there. And so I'm watching this video to the end, just kind of shaking my head. Because I know Andy's sense of humor. Is he messing with us? Is he trolling? Like, Free is pretty good. Yeah. I see in the comments. I'm not reading the comments, but the comment I just saw said pretty good. And so it kind of bothered me. Like, I wasn't gonna comments, but the comment I just saw said pretty good.